Hey guys, Luke, and I know it's been a little while, don't judge me, alright, I know it's been 3 months since I've uploaded, I'm sorry about that, but shameless plug right here, go follow me on Twitch, I stream 4 or 5 times a week over there. Shameless plugs for the win, yay. But anyway, moving on to what the video is actually about today, yes, I thought it would be a good idea to try to go for round 100 on zombies without using a gun for the entire game, and yet, I didn't get to round 100, but I got pretty close, so I felt like, you know what, this is worthy of an upload, right? I think so. But because I needed something other than a melee weapon in order to get to round 100, I needed a map where I could actually use the shield effectively, and I was able to get points over and over again pretty quickly, so that led me only down to a couple of map choices. I could do it on most of the Black Ops 4 maps, I could do it on Gorod Krovi, or Revelations. Those are the maps with the Dragon Shield. Simply because Gorod Krovi is just way too hard to get round 100 on in general, and because Black Ops 4 is really inconsistent and I wasn't sure if I could actually get to round 100 on there, I decided, you know what, we're gonna go on to Revelations, we'll try it out, and we'll just see how far we can get. And because you can't use a gun for any point in this game, the early part of this game was the absolute hardest, because you had to do it with no perks, without the shield, and you could basically only use a knife, but I got around that by doing the time trial challenges to get a better melee weapon, which I could use for a little bit longer. I ended up with the Skull Splitter, which I believe is a one-hit kill until round 13. I apologize if that's wrong, but it was able to get me through the early rounds until I at least got the Dragon Shield. One thing I really wasn't expecting though is that the game is going to get even harder between round 20 and round 40 just because the spawns go up very drastically and you have to kill a lot more zombies. I went into this pretty blind and I didn't have a strategy set up or anything like that, so I took a couple downs in the 20s. And that's because I simply had no idea what I was doing. I was trying to figure out an effective strategy to actually kill the zombies while not doing it in a very dangerous location, so eventually I decided on the Kino room, but not until, like I said, it took a couple of downs, which really hurt me in the long run. Now my next obstacle was going to be the Margwa and the Panzers that spawn in about every 10 rounds. I took one of my downs in the 20s to the Panzer because I tried doing it with the Dragon Shield and there was just no way in hell that that was happening. It took about 15 shots from the shield just to kill him once in the 20s, and when his health goes up, that's just not going to happen. But very luckily for me, I remember that there's the Keeper Protector on Revelations, and he was my absolute best friend from when I found him about in the round 30s until round 60. He was my best friend. I had him in the map literally constantly because he was one-shotting zombies. I could go through rounds so much quicker, and guess what? He kills the Margwas and the Panzers. Granted, he costed 5,000 points every single time that you had to call him in, so points was going to be a little bit of an obstacle for this game, and that was one of the major things I was worried about going in. But luckily the Dragon Shield gives you kills, and when you get the little Arnies from the box, you get a ton of points from them, especially in the high rounds. You could get 10, 15, 20,000 points from a single little Arnie, and you get 3 of them, so that's a lot of points that you can use towards your Keeper Protector, or you could use towards the laser traps, which actually helped me out a lot as well. Now at about round 65, things started to get really interesting again, and that's because the Keeper Protector stopped doing as much damage. I didn't know that he actually had a set amount of damage that he does when he shoots a shot. I thought it was infinite, but apparently it's not. So he wasn't killing zombies nearly as quickly as he was, and I need to figure out a faster strategy. So the next strategy that I tried out was going from the Kino room, using all of the blasts of the Dragon Shield, running up the stairs into the Der Eisendrock room, and using the laser trap until I ran out of it, and then running into the Nocturne Toten area, grabbing another Dragon Shield, running down, going into the Rucked area, and then running back around. It's a giant circle, and it took a while, but it was kind of effective. This costed me a lot of points though. I do have to say this was a very inefficient strategy for points, and it was still taking quite a while to go through rounds, and about round 70 I was at 7 hours of game time, which for Revelations is a really long time considering round 100 usually takes about 4 to 5 hours. Then on about round 70, I lost my final quick revive and I needed another change in strategy, and this time it was going to be a lot more dangerous than my last one, so I actually decided it would be a good idea to go into Nocturne Totem and hang up near where you open up the pack-a-punch area and just run around and use a dragon shield. And surprisingly, for as stupid as it sounds and as stupid as it looks and as stupid as it probably is, this was actually probably the fastest strategy that I could have done. It worked for quite a while, I'm not gonna lie to you, and every once in a while, yeah, I had to go over and run around and use some traps, but for the most part, I was able to hang out in Nocturne Totem pretty effectively. Sadly though, this all came to an end because on round 86, I panicked and I was running around trying to keep my Widow's Wine grenades, and I was just stupid and I ended up dying. We didn't make it to round 100, but you know what? Round 86, by basically just using a shield, a Keeper Protector, the Skull Splitter, and just random stuff I could find around the map, that's pretty good. I didn't use a gun this entire game. So you know what, I'm giving myself a pat on the back for this one. I don't know if you guys think this is impressive or not. I don't know if you think it's stupid. Tell me in the comment section down below, like I said, and follow me on Twitch, please. Shameless plug, go follow me on Twitch. I streamed most of this game. I actually streamed the replay of it last night, and I streamed from about round 30 to about round 60 a couple days before, so yeah, if you want to see me play zombies, go check me out over there. And the stats for this game are round 86, about 9 hours and 10 minutes of game time, and 11,600 kills, mostly using the dragon shield and low arnies. I have to point those out too, but that's absolutely insane to me, and I probably could have gotten a much better round if I had had a better start to my game, but I think that this is just way too tedious of a challenge. It's very tedious, I have to say. So I'm probably not going to be going back to it in the future, but if you guys do want me to try out different challenges, I'll probably stream them. Leave those in the comments too. I would love to hear what you guys think, and just give me some interesting challenges that you guys have never seen before or maybe want to see in the future. I don't really know. Anyway, I do love you guys though. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys are new. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.